Yeah, my night's fucked up. It was a good night too. But this nigga, yeah, put your head down. How you gonna have the end of TMT promotions? We ain't even start yet. Put it in the air if you haven't already. And they wonder why we get so stressed out. You had a chance to take the throne of Bob Arum. Do you have any idea what type of limelight that puts on somebody? You guys could have became billionaires. You know? 50 wants it. 50 sees it. See, that's the thing. 50 notices it. As long as he can get a piece of the pie, he's not even fighting. You know, he just has to put up the money. I mean, 50's loving it. He definitely wants to. He wants it. And he's smart enough to understand it. That's the thing. But, I mean, seriously, you know. Floyd, man. You don't even have to fight. You can let these niggas run the show. You can let all the fighters just run the show. You just sit back and collect bread. I'm trying to figure out why the fuck he's not down for it. That's what I don't understand, you know. You know what it is? You know what it is? The problem about this situation is that we're not rich. We don't know what it's like to have $100 million. It says 50 stated to where he has about 400 million. He's said it a couple times in a couple of his videos. 400 in the bank and I'm still on the grind. So if 50 wants to do it, that's your man, and you know you got more money than this nigga. we can obviously see if there wasn't a problem, 50 should be able to just do it regardless. You see what I mean? But you see how it's sort of like he needs Floyd. He's a promoter now. It's sort of like he needs Floyd. You see what I mean? Why? You know why? Because whatever, it's sort of like a co-signer. And you got one of the best co-signers of all time, you know? If Floyd co-signs it, it's guaranteed. So if 50 messes up anywhere, Floyd can actually pick up the slack, you know? But I still don't understand why not. You know, like I said, maybe it's because, you know, we don't know what it's like to be rich, you know? We can easily say, yo, and we do it all the time. We can easily say, you got $100 million. Come on, man, you can't pay for the movies tonight. You know what I mean? Well, you're thinking like, well, you know, I got this $400,000 bill over here. You know what I mean? I got this 600. You know what I mean? So you're probably thinking you can lose your 100 million easily. You know, easily. It's not about once you make that type of money, you have to obviously continue to bring in that type of money. You know, Floyd doesn't plan on fighting forever, which means that type of money won't be coming in forever. Think about it. You know, where 50 feels like he can just go up to the top, Floyd might feel like he can just go down from here, put a lot of money invested into this, and it really not go nowhere. But obviously, he ain't looking at the big picture. Floyd should easily be ready to jump at an opportunity like this to replace a Bob Arum. That's serious. To replace Golden Boy. Or he said it. All roads lead to Floyd. You should realize, you know what I mean? Eat your words, nigga. You have a chance to do it. Now look, you just came home, but you know, you were there for 2 months. Come on, my nigga. You're supposed to be the best in the world. You could have stayed for 6 months and been good. You can have Broner run the entire show. You want to cut on what he makes. Darrell run the entire show, even though he has to work on his inside game. You see what I'm saying? You just blossom off of it. Maybe he feels like he doesn't want to split the cake with 50 all the time. You know? We don't know, man. We have no idea. You know, these fights, like, if you've heard it, Floyd really believed that Gamboa should be at the top right now, not Broner. Broner like snuck right in there, didn't he? But as of right now, I guess it's not going down. It's fucking bullshit. But I don't really care because I'm calming down now. You know, it sucks, man, because we don't know. These fighters can split up and go all different directions, and then we're back to square one. Certain fights aren't getting made. You know, people are fighting bums. You know what it is. So it's a real big opportunity. I hope these guys really think about it, second guess themselves. You know, well, Floyd, it's not really 50. 50's ready to move. Floyd really, you know, wake up and take this opportunity, man. This guy is tweaking. I don't know. Maybe he's embarrassed because he just came out of jail. Who knows, man? I know when there's money on the line, there's business to be made. My business, if I had the money, see, niggas ain't thinking like me. If I had the money, I would have one-on-one NBA stars to find out who's the best in the world on pay-per-view. Who would not go see a Kobe versus LeBron one-on-one, first to 11, ones and twos? Who wouldn't go? Who wouldn't pay to see that? The world would pay to see that. See, these niggas got all this money, ain't putting their money to the right thing. You know what else I would do? If I had the money. See, this depends on, you know. If I had the money, I would make a delivery service. I would have Subway for delivery. You know. Just my own personal company to come in there and deliver for, you know, Subway. I would have Taco Bell for delivery. I heard KFC started delivering. They started coming up with my idea. I had this idea for mad long. But you know everything costs money. So. But, you know, it's terrible how this nigga Floyd, man, just... I don't know, man. This nigga just he don't want to do it. He don't want to move. You know, having all that money, you know your bills is crazy, especially if you pay everybody in your family. You know, that is gonna cost some millions. You pay the bills of everybody in your family. You take care of everybody. Then yes, you got some big bills right there. But if you are the cash cow, you should realize that this is a huge opportunity to quadruple what you have already. It's ridiculous, but whatever, man. That's my take on it. It's really it's fucking up the sport like crazy, man. You have an opportunity to fucking take over boxing. And you don't want to do it. And you got one of the smartest dudes in the game with you. 50. People don't think like just because these dudes don't go to college that they're not smart. That's what happens. See, once you get the money, then you go get educated. You know, you're able to find out a lot more stuff once you get the money. So don't get it twisted. There are some dumb, rich-ass motherfuckers, but I'm Ghost, man. What the fuck's up, Floyd? You fucking up, man.